Hey y'all. Some bad news. We were supposed to have a very, very special guest on the pod today. Been completely ghosted all day, so I think I'm gonna go solo. We were supposed to be interviewing the newest member of GWAR, GRODIUS Maximus, and
Oh fuck! Oh god!
damn,
Oh
dude,
my
what the
god!
fuck?
Oh, can I
Whoa.
hang out here for a little while?
Yeah, chill out,
Oh
sit
shit!
down.
No, I've got my blood kind
You wanna?
of up and up.
Yeah, chill. Sit, take a seat, take a seat.
My
Take a
blood's
seat.
up
Yeah.
and up.
You need a fucking juice or something?
No, I'm probably pretty cool. How you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Yeah. Good to see you.
It's good to see you too. Damn. Well, I mean, besides what just happened, like, how's the rest of your day?
Oh,
What have you been doing all day?
pretty regular. I went to the climbing gym earlier over there in Burbank.
Okay,
A lot of yuppies. It's kind of annoying.
that makes sense.
Yeah, had some
Yeah.
hot dogs at Larry's.
Actually, it's something I wanted to ask you about.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I've heard you're very into hot dogs
Wow, where'd you hear that?
from my own intuition,
Oh wow.
and I was just wondering if you had a favorite hot dog spot.
Oh man, you
And
know what?
What's your favorite dog at this hot?
Yeah, you know what? Costco used to be something of like a solid standard, right?
Right.
But I'd say they're slipping. What's up with the sauerkraut?
There's no more sauerkraut.
What's up with the onions?
There's no more onions.
They come in little cups now, and it's annoying. You gotta ask for it, and then they give you too many, and then you gotta waste them.
It's just like ketchup and mustard
It's a pain.
type shit.
Yeah, yeah,
Pain
yeah.
in the ass.
Bare,
Yeah,
bare minimum.
I agree. Costco used to be a really outstanding, like, reliable dog, and now they're cutting corners.
I feel like they're mushy now too. Do you remember when they used to have Polish dogs versus the hot dogs?
Yeah.
I feel like even back then they were always just like fronting like it was a different. It was the same dog, but they would just like put the wrapper inside out.
Yes, I remember that too. They're slipping. Costco, you've got to get your shit together. It's disappointing. We get it. Y'all are trying to keep it the same price, which is great. Was it $2?
$1.50 with the soda.
Really, $1.50
$1.50,
and a
yeah.
soda?
So I mean, but they only have like the three options. It's like Star, or something, lemon lime, and Pepsi.
Yeah.
No
Right.
cherry Coke, nothing.
I'm not even a big fan of Pepsi. I prefer Coke.
Nah, I'm with you.
Diet Coke, honestly.
What about you? What's your favorite?
So I'm a huge fan of Larry's, which my
Oh,
friend Tommy Meehan has told me about.
hmm.
Which um, was a huge surprise. Was not expecting. Just had no idea what to expect with Larry's, and I show up, and there were just some characters there that were like very hot dog coated male behavior. And
Coding.
it
I
was
like this word. Yes.
very like I was like, damn, these are some serious hot dog dudes. It was a lot of like dad behavior, a lot of like leaning up against the wall and popping your ass out and talking to strangers, like, as these old
Oh
dudes.
yeah. Anybody smoking cigarettes? Not a lot of cigs these days.
Not a lot of cigs these days. You love cigs, I'm
Oh
assuming.
man, yeah, yeah. I can't get enough. Yeah, I
Like,
put the butts in my bun and everything. Yeah.
in your bun.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
in
yeah.
in the actual dog.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like the Ninja Turtles, but like with cigarette butts, kind
Right,
of,
right,
with the
right.
pizza.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that totally makes sense.
So yeah, so what's the good thing to get there? I'd say the chili dog's pretty good with some onions on it, mustard, just like that classic.
I go chili dog as well. Yeah, I guess my favorite dogs, I would say, are like the what do they call it, like the saucy onions, the New York onions.
Oh, okay.
Pretty basic,
Yeah.
but I really like my dogs pretty simple. I'm not a big fan of like putting a whole fucking
No.
cheeseburger on it, a pizza, or like all like, listen, it's an LA staple and it's iconic and everybody should go there. It's good, but
Oh,
Pink's,
okay. Yeah, pinks. They got too much garbage going on, right? It's like all these different
too
specialty
much
dogs.
too much fucking
What
shit
about
going on.
carnies and the train car?
Carney's is really great too. Um, I really liked Larry's.
Yeah.
Like, I fucked with Larry's when Tommy told me about
Mm.
Larry's. I was just like, because my friend Tommy is a hot dog connoisseur,
Oh,
and
wow.
I was like, damn, like, okay, like, he's hyping up Larry's, and I was kind of in the area. I mean, the train in Carney's is really cool, very iconic, very aesthetic. You got to go there too. But there's also was it called? Earl's on Crenshaw.
I haven't been there.
That one's in Inglewood. They do the split dogs there,
Oh
where
yeah.
they slice them in half and then they
Yeah,
yep,
that's
they
that's
fry
one of the
them.
moves. Yeah, for
Very
sure.
crisp.
Yeah, they do that at Tail of the Pup over there in West Hollywood too.
Tail of the pup.
Yeah, you ever been into that bar, that tiki bar upstairs?
I had no idea there was a tiki bar
Oh,
upstairs.
so there's this barrel outside, and then there's like a secret little compartment, and then you press like a little button, and then like you get upstairs to the secret tiki bar, West Hollywood style. Yeah, you gotta go. I've never been, but someone needs to go and scout it out for me.
That's cool. I've never been there. I had no idea that existed.
Oh, another great place is Scooby's Hot Dogs, which doesn't exist anymore. But 2006 or
Scooby's.
so, I was down in my luck and
Right.
kind of pulling shifts there, drinking Lynchburg lemonades till 3 in the morning. That's lemonade with Jack Daniels in it. And man, the cockroaches and the rats and all the little. I got a gun pulled on me one time actually while I was working there.
Okay.
Well, I mean, it was just this kind of coked up dude, and he didn't really pull it on me, but he definitely showed me that he had a gun.
What do you call it? Not brandish.
Yeah, I think that's the
Is that
word.
what it's called?
Yeah,
When you show your weapon.
yeah, he brandished it, and that's the
Right.
word of today's episode, ladies and gentlemen.
Brandishing.
Brandished.
Damn, there's a lot of stuff I'd like to brandish right now because I've got such a lovely guest.
We should brandish and brand some Brandy and Monica right now. The boy is mine. You know that one?
No.
You're not into the 90s jams? What year were you born?
I love 91.
Okay, what about Debrat? You guys into Debrat at all?
Do I love Debrat?
Oh,
Yeah, I fucking
Functified.
love Debrat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love. I mean, I love '90s hip hop, and I mean, obviously by my outfit, I feel
Oh, yeah, I mean.
trying to flex on that. Yeah, Debrat rules, like Lil Kim, all those. Well, I guess that was 2000s.
Right, but you know, you can kind of lump it in. It's at the
Sure.
cusp there. She was really into some Baby Blue action.
Was into
Remember?
some Baby Blue.
Yeah.
And as my loyal listeners know, that I love Baby Blue.
Oh.
Super inspired by that whole era.
Oh,
you
was
know.
that gonna give you the whole Baby Blue vibe, or
Kind of.
really? Yeah, maybe,
it's,
huh?
It's sort of inspired by that. My obsession with Baby Blue. Also, mostly, which ironically, there's no Baby Blue in it, but there's. I don't know if you know the rapper Cameron. He has a famous photo of him with a flip phone and a pink fur coat, and he's got some glasses and a shitload of jewelry on.
I don't know who you're talking about. I don't know what era this is. The only rapper I really know about is Eminem, honestly, because I'm just like a mainstream bitch.
Right. Yeah. Could you talk about your like how has Eminem influenced?
Eminem shaped me completely inside and out as a human, and he's probably the reason why I braid my hair like this, even though he does never had hair long enough to braid.
Right.
But it's just he's an inspiration to me in every sense of the word. You know, the Marshall Mathers EP. It's just like fuck, man. I mean, what else can you say? D12 comes along. I don't even know what that means. I'm just like
Right.
listening, and
You know, I think lyrically, and you being in Guar, you just think about it now. They're kind of very similar in a lot of ways. Just a lot of murder, babies being killed,
Yeah, you
celebrities
know.
being
a
killed.
lot of gay stuff
lot
too.
of gay
Drugs,
stuff.
yeah, Vicodin,
Totally,
chainsaws.
Totally.
Fuck, man.
Nines, wives, guns,
None sluts. Bitch, I'ma kill you. Oh man, yeah.
Exactly.
God, and Guar actually has a song called "Gonna Kill You." So who influenced who? What came first, the chicken or the egg? There's no way of telling. Nobody really knows who came first. If it was Eminem or Guar, there's no way of telling that.
That's
for
pretty
sure.
true. What song was released first? I feel like it was probably Guar.
I think
I
My
could be
Name
wrong.
Is came out like way before Guar ever did anything. Because when did Guar start coming around? Like 2019, 2021
They're
or
like a
something.
brand new band.
Yeah, it's like brand new shit.
Right.
So Eminem's been around forever. He's like the underdog of metal and rap
Right.
combined.
Right. Speaking of brand new too, you are the newest member of Guar, to
It's
my
hard,
knowledge.
hard to keep track of all that stuff. That's what I've been told. Yeah.
Right.
I don't really hang out with those dudes, you know. I'm kind of over here in Cali doing my thing. So
Right. So when I saw you with Guar in your first tour with them, and they were constantly confused about who you were, and they kind of kept being like, "Who the fuck is this guy?" And I think you've sort of alluded to some other interviews in the past of like some frustration regarding that because you felt like you were not getting the recognition that you deserved. They thought you were the old guitar
right,
player
that's right.
Postulus.
They thought
So
I was Postulus. Yeah.
do they know who you are?
You know, like I said, I don't really ever talk to those guys. I just kind of stay in my own lane, you know? It's like like pretty soon, on all the marquees. I mean, I think they even started doing this on the last tour. It actually does say Grodius and the Guars on all the marquees. So it's like I'm really kind of taking over, and I think that those guys are kind of very resentful of the fact that I'm like blown up. Everyone's like Grodius, chanting my name, and I'm just like, yeah,
It's all about you.
yeah.
It's all fucking about you. So we can get into some Guar or some Grodius lore if you don't mind.
Okay, yeah.
Where did you come from? Who are you? How did you end up with Guar? Like, what's your story?
I mean, it's tough to remember stuff because I've been on all kinds of drugs my whole life. My parents had me drugged up from a very early age, and I was actually born to two dolphins, or rather, I was raised by two dolphins. And actually, they weren't actually dolphins, it was just like the severed heads of dolphins. So I didn't really get a lot of kind of like the nurturing that, like, a space lord mother needs. That's a little,
Like a living mother.
no, yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was saying.
Yeah.
So I just kind of like they just kind of like bobbed around in the water and like hit me every now and again, and every now and again they would kind of like the stump and the trachea of the severed dolphin head would land around my uncircumcised penis, and then it would engorge, and then the dad dolphin would come on the other side, so my penis would be sticking through the trachea out of the mouth, and then the dad mouth would come on the top, and I'd be like, yeah, that monkey that's like takes a frog. I noticed there's a frog back there, by the way. He's really cute.
Hoagie.
Hoagie.
Yeah.
Oh man, what's his deal?
He's just thick and content.
Damn, he looks like a thick bitch.
He's a thick bitch. Yeah.
True.
It's true. So like, all right, well, I feel like you're constantly kind of talking about fornicating with sea creatures. I feel like dolphins are like, is that like a Freudian kind of thing?
Yeah, it's like you want to have sex with your mom.
Totally.
Yeah, and I know you've called. I mean, this is our first time meeting, of course.
Right.
But my boy Tommy, who I despise, and he's such a hippie, and he's always like dreading his mullet and his shit, and like
Right.
who cares, whatever he's doing stuff. But he's told me stories about you actually.
What has he told you?
Just that you like to get drunk and call your mom and do sexual things around that scenario. Do you want to talk about that at all? A tiny bit.
Yeah, I could discuss that. I have a bad habit of shout out to my friend Alex, who I grew up with. So if I'm drinking and someone challenges me to do pretty much anything, even if it involves risking my life, even at 33, I'll still pretty much do it. So when I was on a recent tour with a band I was with, I was prompted to like text my mom, tell her I'm gay at 4 in the morning. Take a gas station pump and put it in my ass and send it to a photo of her.
Yeah, and then you were kind of like jet propulsion fueling yourself into the Twin Towers. I think I saw this.
Yeah, it was like butt chugging.
Wow.
Gasoline.
And then so it was actually not jet fuel, but it was gasoline that melted the steel.
Totally.
And your mom saw it before that even happened. It was a premonition.
It was literally a premonition.
Via text message.
No caption. And eventually, with this band, it became such a thing where I would kind of it maybe happened maybe 4 or 5 times, and she eventually got really upset and was just like, you need to stop. Like, I'm very upset that you're confusing me. She's just like, are you gay or not? You keep telling me you're gay. I have no idea. She's like, it's gay. It's okay if you're gay. And now both my parents do think I'm gay.
Oh, well, look at you.
Yeah, I don't blame them for assuming that. But I was talking to my dad the other day, and I was like, Dad, I think Mom thinks I'm gay. And he was just like, honestly, I think you're gay. And then I brought that up to my roommate, and then my roommate was just like, honestly, I think you're probably gay.
Is that your tall roommate?
My tall roommate.
Oh, yeah.
He's actually moving out, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So I've been searching for a new roomie for the past couple of days on like Craigslist and Facebook, which has been kind of weird and sketchy.
I've been kind of hanging out underneath the 6th Street Bridge a whole lot lately. I haven't really had a place to go. I mean, like, what's rent like over at your place? I don't have any money, or I can't really do the dishes, or like if I mess stuff up, which I'm probably going to, I can't really like help you with that. But like, I'm a pretty good roommate other than all that stuff. So maybe I could come.
Well, here's an idea. So on one of the last episodes, I discussed that I almost lived with this guy in West Hollywood who basically wanted a roommate who he could have sex with.
Okay.
And he was going to give me very cheap rent.
And you would have to have sex with them.
Yeah, like maybe a few times a month. But in a nutshell, it's a very long story, but basically that's what he wanted. So we could potentially work something out in that regard.
Maybe I have sex with them. You know, I'm either way is cool with me. You know, it's like,
Yeah.
you know,
If you want me to put you into, I still have the guy's email.
if you can gain something out of me having sex with this West Hollywood guy and he takes me to the tiki bar above Tail of the Pup every now and again, I think we got a good thing going.
I think that's like so realistic.
Let's hook it up. Let's hook that up, dog. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna do that after this break.
Let's do it. So
Oh, there aren't any breaks on this show.
no breaks
Oh,
on the show. It's
you didn't
just
tell me that.
straight. Do you want a break? Here,
No,
we'll take
no,
a
no,
break.
no,
We'll
no,
take a
no.
break.
I pooped earlier.
You pooped earlier.
Yeah, yeah.
How's the poop? There's a bidet in there.
Yeah, I didn't really use it or wipe, so I'm just. I probably should have taken you up on that towel offer before I sat down.
Yeah, it's
fine.
fucking stinks.
Yeah,
You left the door open and stuff.
Yeah, have you ever pooped into someone's pee hole? Is the real question, or put anything into your pee hole? I know sounding is like kind of big with the kids these days.
You know, we discussed sounding on the last episode with Dalton, drummer of Prissy Whip.
Oh.
He didn't realize that sounding was a fetish.
Oh.
And he went to a doctor because he had an STD.
Ooh.
And then he a dipsticking, I
Yeah.
think they called it.
What did he use?
Well, he didn't do it himself. The doctor did it.
What did he use?
I don't know if he does it like on his own now.
Oh, he's into it now. So that kind of awakened something in
Yeah,
him.
I think
Wow.
he was blown away because he had a pretty intense experience with it, and then found out a few years later that it's a fetish that people are regularly
Wow.
doing for sexual pleasure.
Cool.
He was kind of blown away by it. Shout out to Dalton. Shout out to Prissy Whip. Okay, some random questions now too. So I've noticed your physique is incredible. You have a full-on six-pack.
Yeah.
What is like your ab routine?
It's all genetic. I'm a descendant of Elon Musk, actually. So you know how many kids he has? He has very many kids, and he's a super genius. So you know he flew back in time somehow. This is my understanding. This is what it's told in the scrolls, anyways. Or you know, it's kind of always changing. But I got a text message from your mom earlier, anyways, that told me that I am a direct descendant of Elon Musk, who had sex with 2 severed dolphin heads that then went on to give birth to me, GRODIUS Maximus of Guar. And that's all you gotta know, ladies and gentlemen. So,
Fuck.
that's why I voted for Trump.
Cool. Well, I mean that's not cool, but I mean whatever. You know, teach his own.
You know, he's gonna save the entire universe, and we're gonna get that 3rd term.
Right.
So,
Right. Well, speaking of Trump, are you by any chance into Tegan and Sarah?
oh God, you know, because that's their uncle.
They're yes.
Yeah. You know, it's funny that you Tegan and Sarah. Gosh, wow, who even would even think that? Are you kidding me right now? Are you the fucking Nardwar? What's up with you?
No, yeah.
I haven't told anyone that.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I just yeah. Sure, people have told me that I do have some similar qualities to Nardwar in terms of knowing like just a lot of stuff.
you're
Done a lot of research.
Yeah, there's okay.
You know?
It's not just intuition.
It's not
you're
just
also
intuition.
putting the
Sometimes
time
it's
in.
intuition. I'm putting the time in.
Gotcha.
But yeah, so Tegan and Sarah.
Oh yeah, Sainthood, The Con. Oh man, those are like probably the best 2 albums of all time.
I kind of agree.
Wow, yeah.
I think like 2000s like lesbian indie rock.
Yeah. Those guys are lesbians?
I think they're related and they also have sex.
Oh.
I don't know if that's a rumor.
I heard that. I heard that they dated each other for a little while.
Yeah, I wonder too if that was like a stunt. If they did that
Publicity
for
stunt. Wow.
Publicity stunt.
I think they're still together, actually.
I think so too.
Wow.
Regardless if it was a publicity stunt or not, I think it's cool.
Yeah.
Even if they thought, like, imagine just like being in a band and waking up and then just being like, oh,
Well,
we should start a rumor that we're fucking each other.
Oh yeah, or they were already doing it, so they're like, maybe this has to get out somehow. And didn't Fat Mike like have a whole thing where he like, you know, was supportive of that in some way? I don't know. I don't pay attention to it.
Like incest?
You know, Tegan and Sarah specifically. I thought he had like a song or something. I don't know.
I didn't know about that.
Oh, really? Yeah.
I would like to hear.
Oh,
those.
so I don't really. You'll look it up. We'll play it after these messages.
To be honest, I think. Do you need a break?
What?
Do you want a break?
I just no.
Let's
I
do a
just
break,
keep
let's do a
thinking that
break.
like it might be a good time, so I just keep kicking it to you in in the West Coast chopper.
Right.
You know, like we got to go kick it to someplace.
Totally.
Yeah, or a commercial or something.
Right. Yeah, we'll get commercials in here
Oh.
sometimes once we start like making a shitload of money doing this.
Oh, well, that's how you're gonna do it.
That's how we're gonna do it.
Okay.
I guess so. Yeah, you got it all mapped out.
I'll help you guys. Don't worry.
So question 2.
I have tuberculosis, by the way, and I didn't. That's very
like Oregon Trail of you.
Yeah, it's pretty contagious. And I
Um,
forgot to tell you, I forgot to have my manager and my management team. Sorry, I have a whole bunch of people helping me out. So
Right.
they didn't mention that to you because we don't care about humans really. So we're like, if they get it, they get it. If they die, they die.
Yeah, you guys hate humans. Is
It's
that true?
complicated.
Right. Well, you hate Earth.
Yeah, well, we're trying to get the fuck out of here. That's
Been
for
on
sure.
Earth for what's going on with that? Why has it taken so long?
You know, like I said, I'm here and I'm running things now. I'm gonna get a third term as president of the United States eventually.
Yeah, I think you could do that.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for. You're the first person that's ever said that, actually. So.
I mean, I would rather vote for you than Trump. Truly.
Wow. Yeah.
You know.
Well, I'm really vibing with you right now, and
Yeah,
I'm
no,
wondering what's that toad's name again?
Hoagie.
Have you ever had a threesome with a toad and a space warrior?
No, but you know what's funny about animals and having sex with animals? I have a quick story to tell before we get into story time.
Oh wow.
But there was one time when I was a kid, and a lot of my friends love bringing this up. They think it's, I don't know.
Lay it on me,
People
Daddy.
love talking about
Yeah,
it. So
yeah.
I was probably like 10 years old or so, or no, I was probably in like 6th or 7th grade, and I was not erect, but I had a dog, a lab.
I already know where this is going. Continue.
Who had really soft ears.
Yep, ears. Yep.
And I put my penis on the dog's ear.
Because it's soft and you wanted to feel what it felt like, right?
I just wrapped it around, and I just wanted to see what it felt like on my penis.
It was not sexual at all.
Not sexual at all.
100% done it a million times as a young lad.
Totally.
Yeah. Anyone who tries to shame you for that needs to, be savagely butchered and fed to my butthole.
I agree totally.
Yeah. I'm sorry that your dad made you feel that way, or whoever it was.
Yes.
Did you tell your parents this? Oh, you have to call your mom right now.
All right.
And tell her what you did.
All right, you're challenging me?
I am challenging you because you said
All right.
you would do it.
You're going to watch me do it right now.
All right.
All right.
Let's put her on speaker.
Should I call her? No, we can't. I can't. My mom would be so
Whoa, big man over here all of a sudden.
All right, I'm going to I can't tell her.
And now we're going to a break.
Okay.
We'll get into this later. We'll wait until we're
yeah.
on a tour bus together,
Yeah.
and then you'll do it.
I can't wait till we can actually have breaks too. Like that's gonna be pretty cool. We can be like cut to the fucking whatever. Anyway,
Our producer has a word from our sponsors.
Right. Okay, so couple random questions to fetishes. What's your current favorite fetish?
You know, have you ever swallowed an entire bladder full of urine straight from the source?
An entire bladder, no.
Okay. I was all eager beaver, sitting in my shower, jerking it, and then just like, getting ready for the mother load, right? And here it comes. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm like resource guarding it like a dog does, It's like, very just like,
Primal.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then you realize it doesn't really taste like lemon lime Gatorade like you thought it would, kind of. And then it's like, oh, it's quite bitter, actually. But once it gets into your stomach, there's all kinds of bacteria and waste that's been expelled. And then like 2 hours later, you're really bubbling at the guts. And it's at that precise moment when the diarrhea starts to kick in that I'm satiated and I've been edging this whole time, and then I decide to come. Yeah.
Okay. Whoa.
For at least for right now, that's kind of what's been going on lately
Yeah,
in my
got
world.
you.
So
I'm just trying to imagine like what diarrhea with pee, like pee in your stomach, pee.
diarrhea.
It's crazy.
It's like a pizzeria.
Yeah, it's totally. Are you familiar with Hasbulla?
Oh, Hasbulla and I go way back. Actually, did you know? Again, it's this Nardwar shit because Hasbulla and I used to date. We have a big history together.
Oh, I had no idea.
Yeah,
He
okay.
hates women,
Yeah.
so this makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. Well, there's only one reason. I told him to. I said, listen, they're
Oh,
gonna take you for everything you've got. If you're gonna get married to any of these ladies, they're like the devil.
right, because he loves being rich.
Yeah, exactly. So it's
Right.
like they're gonna take you for half of what you're worth and more. It's gonna be a whole headache. So I convinced him to date me, and I did the same thing. But what had happened was he came to me and he tried to take over my soul. And he hit me in the back of the head with a baseball bat. My mom had to get involved. The Chicago police department had to get involved. Later, he was chasing me through this toy factory, and then I somehow like had this vat of plastic that was all hot and melty, and I doused him in it. It melted him down. In the third chapter of this, he was like, oh, we went to boot camp together. Okay, so we were at boot camp, and he was like stalking me, and I'm like, oh man, Hasbulla's all after me, and he's throwing grenades and shit, and then he's changing the bullets out because the guys, it was supposed to be a paintball match, and then like people were dying, and Colonel Shelton was all like, ah, and then the one guy had a heart attack, and then after that. We were at this like special Halloween thing, and then he fell into this like fan thing kind of, and like it chopped him up. He's like, ah, and then he got chopped up, and then right after that, Jennifer Tilly comes along, and she's like, oh yeah, I used to date Hasbulla, and she like gets all the pieces that have been chopped up, and then she sews them together and does this whole voodoo ritual thing, and then brings them back to life. And then Rob Zombie did the soundtrack, and that was my experience really with Hasbulla.
That's crazy. It reminds me of Chucky, the lore.
Wait,
Are you into Chucky?
oh shit, wait. Oh, that's what that was. I thought. Oh man,
Fuck.
I totally thought that was like my story.
Oh, right.
What?
I mean, I guess. I mean, Hasbulla and Chucky are pretty much like they're pretty similar,
You just gotta kick them, and then you're fine.
right? You know, one of my favorite things in Chucky is it's in the first one when he like kills the first person. It's literally the first death, and then they look at the evidence, and they're just like, all right, what was the killing weapon? And they take out a little bag, and it's got a little hammer in
Hammer.
it.
Yeah, yeah.
It's so cute.
Oh, it is so cute. Yeah, and then the little footprints in the
Yeah.
flower. Man, what a cute movie that is. Yeah.
So cool.
Man.
I need to watch more Chucky's though. I think I've only seen the first one and the one where he's married.
Okay. Yeah.
But I know there's like probably close to 10 or something.
Yeah, they're getting there. There's Curse, there's Cult, there's the TV series. Don Mancini, I think he's gay. He seems to be doing a lot of gay stuff in those new Chucky movies, and I just like that he's like representing, I think he's just
Yeah.
like giving power to the people.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Well, I believe now it's story time. So,
Oh, okay.
um,
Yeah.
so
Wow.
we had a theme of. Hold on, let me check my notes really quick. It was sexual scenarios that could have gotten you killed. Can you share your story on that theme?
Okay. You know what? I got a good one. Wow, it's funny that you bring that up. I was just thinking about this and retelling the Guar guys the other day. Those like pellet guns, and they have the little nitrous oxide thing inside
Yeah.
and it's like the kids at the shows. They're doing the balloon whippets, and they're
Yeah.
these
Yeah.
little.
Mhm.
Well, I had one of those one time, right? And this is like, I don't know, pre-middle school. I always knew that I had to have some kind of pressure going on in my colon if I was gonna come, right?
Crazy.
Yeah. So well, you can imagine it's like it's smooth and it's got a nice. It's not, rugged.
Yeah. It seems pretty like a great size.
You'd think. I mean,
Okay.
only to a certain point, and then your whole sphincter sucks the entire thing up there, and it's
Right.
hasn't been
Right.
used yet, and it's full of compressed oxygen or CTO, PO, plopadopo, or whatever the fuck's in that thing, right?
Right.
So like at any moment, what would happen if I like if like the air pressure changed, or like someone stuck me with a needle and like set that thing off inside of my body?
Right.
But it was in there for a little while.
How long?
Um,
Like hours, days?
no, maybe just like 30 minutes. I got it out pretty quickly.
Got it.
And it went and shot around in the toilet bowl. And I was like, whoa, I am playing with fire here.
Right.
what am I getting myself into? I'm going back to Crayola markers.
Right. Were you turned on by the fear of death or your bowels being dismembered from within inside you?
It pretty much shook me to my core, and it kind of sobered me up. And my 12-year-old mind and body real quick, but real quick. So I was like kind of over it at that moment,
Right.
and so I've been sticking to things with flared bases ever since.
Flared bases. Can you give me an example?
Hmm?
Can you give me an example of something?
Oh, you get a butt plug, and then it's got the flare on the base.
Gotcha,
Yeah,
gotcha,
it's a term that we
Right,
use
right.
in the biz.
Right. Right.
Yeah. What about you? I imagine you have some stories.
I have a decent one. So I was at SUNY New Paltz.
Who?
It's a college in upstate New York, a state
Never heard
school. Um, and I was going on Craigslist casual encounters to try to find my future wife, and it didn't. Nothing ever panned out, and I would check it. When I first found out about it, I would like check it every day, and I was like posting all the time, and I was just like, "Someone should come over, we should fuck," or like something like that, But nothing ever panned out. Obviously, with a title like that or something.
Oh, well, you find those people probably. And
well,
it's
that
like,
was
yeah,
sort of the
right.
thing. I was like, I'm in the seediest place on the internet to try to actually find someone to have sex with. So
Yeah.
like maybe someone's down for this, but like anyway, so
Yeah.
never happened. And then I started only checking it like every 2 or 3 weeks, every month, and
A watched pot never boils, ladies and gentlemen.
literally.
Yeah.
So eventually, I forgot who it was who made the post. If it was me or this girl, but we ended up. I met someone on Casual Encounters, and we started talking. We like were friends on like Facebook, and we had a lot of music in common, and we were like really getting along and like hitting it off. And we were like, oh, we should meet up. So this was in in the Hudson Valley in upstate New York, and she gives me her address, and she tells me she lives in a trailer in the middle of the woods. This is where the fear of death comes in. So I am driving to her place. It's like an hour or so drive or something. And for maybe 30 minutes of the drive, I'm just on like one dirt road, just like going deep into the woods. And I'm like, damn, this is really fucking out there.
What's going down? This seems like a setup.
It seems
catfish.
like a setup.
Sting operation.
And I was just like
Too horny to care.
Too horny to care, and also was pretty depressed. Where I was like, if I get murdered, I'm fucking down. So I'm either getting laid or I'm getting killed.
Look at you now.
Look at me now.
Yeah, yeah.
So I end up finding the trailer in the middle of the woods, and we're like hanging out for like a few minutes, like under 5 minutes, and we're like drinking a beer or something. And at some point, she's just like, "Oh, like you should like go lay down on my bed. Like, I'm gonna give you a massage." And I was like, "Okay, I'm being asked to like lay down on my stomach, be completely vulnerable." I didn't know what was gonna happen, but in my head, literally, I remember saying to myself, I was just like, "All right, you're either gonna like get laid or you're gonna die."
And did you have butterflies? What was going on at that point?
Total butterflies.
Oh, like this is so exciting.
Not more in more
Fear.
leaning towards fear.
Oh shit. Okay.
Because I was like, wow, like this, and they looked. I won't get into too much like how they looked for personal reasons, but like they kind of looked scary. They were a scary looking person.
Okay.
And I was like, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get like either my
This
ass
is it.
reamed or I'm gonna,
Yeah.
which I mean could have been cool, but
Yeah,
I was not prepared.
Prepared, but maybe
physically
that's
for
the
that.
way it should.
Yeah, that could have been
most
cool,
people,
But so turns out she did not try to kill me, and she gave me a massage, and then we banged, and that was it.
Oh wow.
And it was pretty cool, and then we ended up like dating for like over a year.
Oh wow, she was your girlfriend.
Yeah.
Wow.
On Casual Encounters. Shout out to Craigslist.
Oh, what
also,
up?
rest
Yeah.
in peace, Casual Encounters.
What?
It no longer exists.
Really?
Probably because too many people were dying.
Is that true?
Probably.
There needs to be a Netflix documentary
I was
expose.
literally just thinking like there's got to be a casual. There needs to be a Casual Encounters Netflix doc.
Yeah,
It seems
yeah.
very
A
appropriate.
docu-series.
A docu-series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe you could spearhead that.
I'm gonna do my best.
You have a story for it. Well,
I-
oh, you didn't
Well,
actually.
nothing. Yeah, I didn't die.
It wasn't too bad. So yours was like the positive
Yeah, maybe I could
spectrum.
have like kicked it off, and then they're like, "But that's not what happened with Jake."
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
And then, like,
And you're like, peace, I'm out of here. And
Yeah.
Jake's like fucking dead under the ground somewhere.
Exactly, his organs sold on the black market,
Sick.
and or used as a sex slave or something.
Jake had it coming though, because he was actually a psychopath, and he was abusing his entire family the whole time.
Totally, there's the twist.
Yeah, yeah, more of a twist. I had to watch the Alien Warnos not the one with Charlize Theron.
I don't even know what you're. I don't know this at all.
Oh man, well, you know, it was a good one, and it was sad, and it made me shed a tear. Whatever,
Yeah.
follow your heart, man.
Yeah.
Do what you must.
Yeah. Well, on that note, y'all, it's been real, and this has been GRODIUS Maximus, absolute legend. Thanks for tuning in.